prize, Super Bowl Friday. There you go. Just shows you how quickly we move in the postseason. Shout out to Corey and Rolly Football, showing everyone that it doesn't take 3 weeks to organise a Super Bowl, but about 3 minutes if you're in the franchise league. Isn't that wonderful? Tonight, of course, it's a bit of history in the making for FUP and New York Jets. He looks to become only the second ever player to successfully retain that Super Bowl crown. Of course, the only other person that's ever done it before is the man he plays in Pickingz. Pickingz, of course, has won multiple Super Bowls. He is highly regarded as the best European player that's played in the 15 seasons of this league. And of course, tonight he will look to add another ring to his collection. That's the thing. No one really knows, Will it be a ring? Will it be a trophy? Will it be a copy of Madden? FUP last season won the Super Bowl and actually opted not to accept a trophy, not to accept a Super Bowl ring, but to accept his copy of Madden 27 to be paid for. So maybe tonight he feels like get it over the line and have that little bit of a reminder in his room or office or whatnot that he didn't win the ultimate prize. Of course, though, he will come in today. And I think he accepts this as well as the underdog, 12-5, the New York Jets. Of course, those 5 losses weren't all him. He was on holiday for a large period at the beginning of the season. I think in the end, he only lost something like 2 games or 3 games in the regular season. And then Pickingz, of course, chasing greatness again, 17-0. He is the only person that's won the Super Bowl with an invincible record before, back in Madden 25. He looks to do it here again tonight in Madden 26. Of course, that would mean that his Lombardi trophy, should he win it, would be gold or ring, depends what he wants. Of course, we break down the New York Jets team first of all. Of course, winning the division as well. They're going to get an updated banner soon. That's coming. It's on my pile of stuff to do. But FUP has made this New York Jets team over Madden 26 a formidable force. 4 divisional titles, a Super Bowl. New York, on the green side at least, have never been more happy that a Scandinavian's been in charge. Comes into this one today with the number 4 best passing offense in the league, number 10 best rushing offense in the league. Defensively, though, 16th in the pass defense, 16th in the rush defense, literally smack bang in the middle when it comes to his defensive numbers. His team looks like this. Of course, Nico Lamalava suffered a little bit of an injury scare in the championship game. He got a knock in the championship game, luckily enough, that is not carried over. He is still able and fit. He will be leading the line today. Would have not wanted Dante Moore to take charge. The running back room, of course, Jamal Charles and Breece Hall continues to be lightning quick, whereas the tight end room, Rob Gronkowski, he is a machine. He is a robot when it comes to kind of bringing in these contested catches. Wide receiver room is still quite meh for FUP. I'll be honest, Arian Smith is nice. Tyson Denmark has been worked on, but it's not really a wide receiver core or wide receiver room that you look at and go, that's where the Super Bowl is going to be won tonight. I think it will be for the running backs. I think it will be for the tight ends if FUP is going to get this one over the line against one of the greatest of all time. The offensive line, of course, you got Ahmed Membu, who, of course, I think is still injured. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. We know that Neon can be a little bit buggy like that. But Olu Fashanu, Joe Tippmann, Juan Benegas, all decent options. Defensive line, Dante Corleone, the D tackle. Is he injured? Is he not? I think he's fit, which is a big boost because that is the best D tackle in Madden right now. Julius Peppers, Tyler Barron, and also Gerald McCoy are also side options. Linebacker room, one of FUP's prime possessions, you would say. Kip Lewis and Jalen Walker, they just work together. The dynamic duo continues to dominate in the middle of the park there in the linebacker room. And of course, the secondary, one of the best in the NFL. Takario Davis and Koi Parikh are 2 standout names. OJ Frederick Jr. and Mansour Delane, though, are also good standouts. Maybe you could say Aaron Flowers, the free safety, is the weak point. We go over to Pickingz, of course, the ultimate favorite tonight. You look at him and you look at the success that he's brought the New Orleans Saints. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and season 15. He has won the division every single season of this Madden, and he wants to add another Super Bowl to his collection here tonight. It would only be his second Super Bowl, Madden 26, but overall, I think he's cooking on something like 4 or 5. He's a machine. Comes in today with the number 3 overall passing offense and the number 25 overall rushing offense. Defensively, though, this is where he makes people pay. Number 6 in passing defense and number 1 in rushing defense. Of course, the depth chart looks like this for the New New Orleans Saints. The quarterback, Vince Young, is not injured, and he's also, he was a contender for the MVP, pipped in the final week by that pesky Matthew Davidson who used to play at the Saints. Running backs, of course, you've got Marshawn Lynch, Armand Green. Tight end, you've got Kyle Pitts, who still, even though he's 31, is a monster. That's the battle today, isn't it? Kyle Pitts against Gronkowski. Wide receiver room, way more nicer than the Jets. Jameson Williams, Calvin Johnson, and LeBron Bond are the trio that you got to look out for. The offensive line, protecting the quarterback, Kelvin Banks Jr., Tristan Lee, Talise Fuaga, and even Patrick Paul can do a job. The defensive line, Quintavious Johnson, Brian Bresee, Zane Durant, Alec Neal, Boye Mafe, and lastly, the linebacker room. When I say lastly, I say this because this is just an absolute credit to Pickingz, what he's done here in terms of Raylan Wilson, Za'Darius Rainey-Sale, and even Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell played a pivotal part. Picked him up in free agency, I think, at the start of this season. And I think he got like a big interception or a big fumble recovery. Got a big moment against Dave in the championship game just yesterday night. So even he, at 32 years old, is a nightmare. And the secondary, obviously, yeah. I mean, this secondary blows apart the New York Jets secondary. The two corners, 97 overall apiece, Derek Stingley Jr. and Momo Wiley, whereas the safeties, Xavier Filsame and Khalil Barnes, two nightmares. Even Earl Thomas III, a 90 overall free safety, just chilling there on the bench. He would be most teams' starting free safety, wouldn't he? Of course, as well, maybe some of those players we named, they're going to be named as the overall VFL Madden MVP, VFL Madden Offensive Player, Defensive Player of the Year. We'll be revealing more about that, of course, in the days coming. For now, though, we don't have to talk about the stats and the figures anymore. We can talk about the game. This is ready and set to go. Neon, the AI program that, of course, tracks all the stats, has made its prediction, and they say today it will be a 4-point game, and it will be Pickingz picking up another Super Bowl with the New Orleans Saints, 41-37. He won the Super Bowl here against Big Noof and the Colts a couple seasons ago. He wants to do it all over again. FUP will have to come in and play like his life depends on it. He really will. And if, it's a big if, keep in mind, it's a big if he can pull this off, could you maybe bracket this as one of the biggest shocks in Super Bowl history? It's kind of offensive to FUP because he is such a great player, but is he Pickingz? Is he on that Pickingz level? For tonight, we get to see for ourselves who walks away with the trophy, who walks away with that cash prize, who walks away with all the glory. The final Super Bowl of VFL Madden 26 is upon us. Super Bowl 15 is ready and set to go. We are there. The Jets and the Saints, they smell in real life, but they don't smell here virtually. No, sir. No, they do not. Here we go. Full screen. Make sure the volume's good for you. And then we will be away for the commentary. Get out of it, Doris. There we go. Turn it down a bit. In Hard Rock Stadium as well. Yeah, game volume seems all right. Here we go then. The 15th Super Bowl as VFL is about to go and turn 3 years old in a Madden sense. Madden 27 would be year 3 of this Madden project. And it's another great game here in what is described as the top league. The franchise league, of course, nearly got away there. The franchise league, of course, more high octane. There's more rules involved. There's more restrictions involved. There's more games per week. It's more real to simulation status. Not any of those silly perks or silly superpowers that the players come in with. It's a proper Madden experience. Here we go, though. FUP, the underdog here tonight in the white and green on offense to begin. Pickingz, the favorite on defense in black and gold. Nico, the quarterback here, looking down that right side. Perhaps goes with a red time. And that's a pick from Derek Stingley Jr. And that is not what you want to see happen. And it's almost, this is what people say about scripting in Madden. Because the first play of our game, mine and FUP's game, and what you can view as the semi-final for the people watching this, we played about an hour ago. And I played FUP, I lost to FUP. My first throw of the entire evening against FUP. Red time interception. So it is a complete carbon copy of what happened to me, but for FUP now against Pickingz. Pickingz on the 25-yard line already as the New Orleans Saints smell blood in the water nice and early. 2nd and 3 on the 17-yard line. As again, a 7 comes up trumps. Like I said as well, for Pickingz to, have this reputation as the greatest EU player that's ever played. Some would say, forget about EU, he's the greatest player that's ever played in the league. The Super Bowls, the domination he's done it with. You can't detract from that. People will say maybe Dave and Noof and all the rest, the Kizzes, the Hugheses. You know, there's a great list of super players, if you want to call them that. But ultimately, you've got to put your Super Bowl rings on the table. Pickingz is right up there.
Hand egg Super Bowl Pataruni.
First and goal on the 4. There's Jalen Walker here getting ready to go. Just joining us there. Thank you very much for the sub. I imagine it was you, Lawrence, who just missed FUP throw in the red time interception. His first throw of the entire Super Bowl. And that's a touchdown for the Saints. Pickingz is off the mark. And the expected favourite has his 7. And keep in mind, for people in the franchise league listening to this, you've got to be maybe rooting a certain way. I know I certainly am, because if FUP wins this Super Bowl tonight, it does change the team handout situation for about 4 people, myself included. Whereas if Pickingz wins, everything kind of remains as it currently is. But there can be slight micro changes still. There can even be a slight micro change if this game is tight or if this game is a blowout. So everything still matters. For 28-27 of the people in the franchise league next Madden, they can rest assured. But for those final few of us, the likes of me, Deanie, Kieran, Ethan Lessiter, we're all still watching this game with tainted breath here. That's a great spot, but it's just a little bit too high from Nico there. The 2nd and 10 is upon us. Did Nico use all of that special sauce, all of that secret juice in the AFC Championship game? Who would have hoped not? Again, FUP, been in the league as well for a long period. Got his first ever Super Bowl win just last season. It was a dominant victory, it was. Nico here looking to that right side, and that's incomplete. 3rd and 10. And Pickingz here making use of the cover 1 hole. He felt like FUP was looking for those zigs, was looking for those underneath routes. He just clamps him up instantly. And of course, if it hasn't been made clear by now, fellas, after this Super Bowl happens, there'll be a bit of a 5-minute break, and then the stream will be back up. And we'll be here live for the VFL Madden 27 Franchise League team reveals. So that is all happening tonight. You will know where you're going to land here tonight. Goes, and there's a huge mistake. What is FUP looking at? And it's 1st and 10 at the 23. Where was this version of FUP 45 minutes ago, brother? God, Jesus. Pickingz got an aura about him. And clearly, FUP is feeling the pressure here. It's another interception. 2 picks thrown in the first quarter of football already. And Pickingz here, I'm telling you, man, the level at which he plays at, the level at which he competes at, you cannot give this guy chances. As that one there is dropped down onto the 23. It's an incompletion, 2nd and 10. You often talk about these types of games with Pickingz involved where you say you've got to take your points. You've got to go 3 points, 6 points, 9 points, go up in increments. You cannot give Pickingz a 14-point lead within the first 2 minutes of Super Bowl 15 here. FUP, though, will say he trusts in that defense. Number 16 in ranking, don't forget, for pass defense and rush defense. As Vince Young looking, goes to that right side. It's a great little find there. Gain of 3, 3rd and 7 on the 20. And Pickingz will know, you know, this is not Pickingz' first rodeo. You know, he's played against so many great players. He's played against underdog players like FUP before, who maybe don't have a shot in hell. Go back to Pickingz' first season of Madden 26. Where, of course, he had that difficulty against the old Philadelphia Eagles user. Knocked him out the playoffs with the Saints, didn't he? Pickingz knows he has to be respectful of what's in front of him. Right side corner, and that there is a 1st and goal on the 8. A mid-blitz there on 3rd and 7 is a little bit of a crazy one from FUP. You usually think about a mid-blitz or a man-blitz when, you know, maybe it's 3rd and inches, 4th and inches. 3rd and 7, it's a lot of space, it's a lot of time, and Pickingz exploited that. Eats one hit there, does the Saints. Down here, a loss of 5. Marshawn Lynch so far having a difficult night. 3 rushes for 6 yards.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Rob.
Second and goal on the 13.
Range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Said for FUP as well, you know, he is, you could argue, the more warm player. Played that AFC Championship game, as I said, just about 45 minutes ago. Won it 32-29. Tight game against the Raiders, whereas Pickingz hasn't played since last night. Played, I think, around about 1 a.m., 2 a.m. this morning. And of course, he had a shootout against another great player in Dirty Dave and the New York Giants. So you could argue that FUP is more ready. He's more maddened up here today. But like I said, it's been a nightmare start from Nico. His quarterback throwing those 2 devastating interceptions, and Pickingz now 3rd and goal on the 7, hunting for 14-0. Vince Young looking again. That's a huge sack, though. That's more like it from FUP. As Tyler Barron steams forward, and Pickingz will have to take his free. 10-point lead if this is good. And I'll tell you this much. You got to sometimes take the small things. You got to take those small victories. And I think it is a small victory that you've not allowed this game to go 14-0. Yes, it's still a 2-score game, but 10-0 is a lot more manageable than 14-0, especially at this early stage. Here we go, FUP. 3rd time's the charm. He's been on offense twice. He's thrown 2 interceptions. 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line as we get ready to go here. You just need, at this point, when you've had such a bad start like this. Again, I had a very identical start to FUP in our game 45 minutes ago. You know, Anthony Richardson with the Raiders throws a red time pick. It's very easy to immediately get dejected. You just have to kind of take the game down by down. And then in the end, I went into the half-time break 12-10 up, you know. So it is one where it's not all lost just yet. The one thing I am concerned about, though, are these injuries, because Pickingz so far getting none, FUP getting a lot here. In our game, again, FUP, I don't know if it's because he's just completely simulating his training and he's keeping it on full pads rather than half pads, but he was getting a lot of kind of these micro injuries, these mini injuries in our game as well. He also killed Brock Bowers, so I mean, that didn't help. If I was in this game, I'd be using Daniel Bellinger as the tight end. Shoot me dead, eh? Nico here looking, goes to X all the way, and that's incomplete. It's out of bounds. 3rd and 2, as Joe Tippmann goes down now with some bruising. 3rd and 2 on the 24. FUP will feel hard done by there as well on the pass. It was a great spot on that corner out to that deep right side. But ultimately, it was just a little bit too extended. 3rd and 2 on the 24. Where's he going to go? Looking, running right forward. There you go. Nico slides down onto the 37. Said, it's what you've got to do sometimes against Pickingz. You've got to evaluate the kind of the pass and slots nice and quickly, and then if that gap opens, shoot right through the middle with that quarterback. It's a bit of a jazzy play here from FUP. Let's see what he does. Will route sends the man to the right side, goes over there to Jamal Charles, the running back, who gets out onto the 44. 2nd and 3 is now his backup center. So Tippmann, who was the center, and now Tayo, who is his other center, with a contact injury. So I mean, people were saying like, oh, why are you doing training? Why you're not simulating and, you know, skipping your training? It's the last season. This is why, man. You get those injuries if you simulate. They happen. 2nd and 3 on the 44. FUP though for now, progressing up the field, nearly at the halfway mark, as that one just gets through by the skin of his teeth. Cover one hole there does not play off. All right, well, it's the thing that I definitely think FUP's got to keep doing, is just alternating between this run and pass play. I feel like right now he's doing a great job. Kind of takes the pressure off the quarterback as well after the stinker he's had in the first kind of 5 minutes. Play action coming here though. Oh, that was near death, as that one's brought in by LJ Martin. I'll tell you this much, I feared for Nico there. I thought the pressure was going to come, the sack was going to happen. That would have put him way far back. A little bit close, but ultimately pays off. 1st and 10 on the 38. Jamal Charles being obliged here. Taken down for a gain of 3, and it's another injury timeout, as again it is Tayo, the other centre that we already saw had bruised ribs. He's waving on the medical cart once more. Again, you just see the difference. There has not been a single player going down for Pickingz so far. It's all going on though for the New York Jets. Nico looking, scanning here. He's dropped so far back. It's a 20-foot drop here. He was walking and walking and walking. He was about to end up in the car park of the stadium here if he kept on going so far back. Ultimately throws it away. 3rd and 7. He's in field goal range, so worst case scenario you'd think 10-3 to the Saints. 34-yard line. What can FUP do here? Looking. Goes for right trigger. Down the center. Rob Gronkowski. Touchdown. The New York Jets are on the board. And that is what the New England Patriot great, now virtually a New York Jet, can do. Patriots fans, shield your eyes. Gronkowski in the emerald and white with a touchdown in a Super Bowl for the Jets. 10-7. And we have got a ball game now. Great composure from FUP and great kind of a comeback, you could almost say, from FUP to not let the occasion get to him after those first 2 picks, and now he's only 3 points behind. He's awake here. Kickoff set to be returned right back into the hands of the Saints. As there we have it. We start at the 35. Okay. Said still plenty of time to go in this game. I'm familiar with how American football works. 4 quarters, usually in real life. A lot longer. We only play 7-minute quarters here. We'd have people, you know, taking 2 hours to complete a game, just like in real life. So 7-minute quarters. A game roughly of Madden is about 45 minutes from start to finish with these sliders and these timings on. Of course, overtime has a potential as well. Vince Young looking left-hand side. It's great. And looked like a bit of cover 1 from FUP. Yep, cover 1 hole. And ultimately, Pickingz saw that, evaluated the spacing, and knew that drag route was going to work all day, every day, especially when it gets to that wide area. So cover 1 hole, great when you're kind of covering the central drag route, but when it gets to those wide sides, basically a dead defense. First quarter down, 3 more to go. But it is 10-7 to the Saints. Pickingz very much in good stead so far. What's going to be really, really interesting to me as well in particular is when does FUP's defense start to become more consistent? Because we saw good consistency in the red zone, and it was nearing, you know, the 20-yard, well, not even 20-yard, but the 10-yard marker. Looking for the switch stick, right side. That's great from Pickingz, who brings it down. And like I said, 31 years old or not, Kyle Pitts is still a monster. He has got no business bringing that in, especially with the hit afterwards from the back. This one here, you should be dropping that. But he brings it in, he hauls it in. 1st and 10 on the 17. Where do the Saints find an avenue? Left side, look at that, the zig, yep. And that's a brilliant find. And again, FUP's going to be coming out of this one thinking, what have I got to do here to get some sort of break-up? Again, I don't think we're going to get a replay for that one, but smacks him in the chest and still keeps the ball.
Offense in position now, it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, 5-yard line. Hands this one off. RPO instead. Pickingz, not good. Gain of 2. That RPO read wide flat has been the bane of so many players' existence. But tonight hasn't worked just yet. Good defense there from FUP to kind of keep those flanks locked down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Red zone defense, as we said before, FUP is going to start to really get conscious here. Smells like a bit of a run play. No play action. Hands that one left-hand side. Is it in? It's in. It's good. He slides in and just gets over. And the Saints have re-established their 10-point lead. Fine margins. Micro inches. The Saints continue to build upon their lead. Play by play, down by down. 17-7. Ball headed back to the New York Jets. Taisir Denmark on the kickoff return. Down there onto the 24. Let's see what FUP maybe has up his sleeve here, because you've got to do some wacky stuff in a Super Bowl against guys like this, against your Pickingz, your Daves, you know, your Hugheses, your Noofs. You have to pull out something that they maybe haven't seen before. You've got to kind of go a little bit off script in that regard. Runs right through the center there. Jamal Charles getting thrown nearly over the first down marker, gain of 8 yards. So the definition of studying tape exists. You go back to those even earlier seasons when you know, go back to Scarata and his playoff adventures when he had entire documents of plays noted down. He kind of knew, didn't he? He knew against Pickingz and Dave when it was gun bunch tight end or gun bunch nasty. He knew exactly what was coming because he had that almost that cheat sheet, studying the film, studying the plays, knowing who was going to call what. Said the study of what people are going to play, absolutely legal. Not going to punish you for doing your homework, am I? Of course, maybe that hasn't happened today because of how quickly the Super Bowl's happened. Maybe Pickingz has another chance to look into what maybe FUP's signature plays are. Over the top there, what a find from the New York Jets. And he's starting to find a lot of success over the head top of Pickingz now. Wonderful launch and a wonderful bring down from FUP and the Jets there. First and 10 on the 44.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
I don't think FUP will be too upset if he had to settle for 3 here, but the aim ultimately is 7. Nico here looking left-hand side, brings it in, and Pickingz there dives, and it's Rob Gronkowski again. Touchdown to the Jets. And some will wag their finger and say, you deserve that, Pickingz. People look at the dive tackling and they say, well, you dive tackle to try and get Madden to magnetize you towards the player. Some will say it's all fair game. It's just trying to get those extra couple of fingertip inches to try and stop someone. He dived across FUP. FUP almost walked through the carcass of the Saints and gets another touchdown for Rob Gronkowski. I told you tonight, victory through tight ends and running backs for the New York Jets. The wide receiver room is going to be a backup act. 17-14. And the Saints here get us going again, and they start at the 20. So a touchback very much here. Right now, though, 17-14. And to think of the start that FUP had to survive to get here. 10 points down. Interception on the first play. And he is looking like none of the above has just happened. The Saints looking left-hand side of the RPO. And that is a gain of nothing. Vince Young, bang on the money, 100 yards tonight, 1 touchdown. I will give that to FUP as well. Excellent. That kind of assessing. I think he'll know. I wonder if that RPO alert bubble came out of gun bunch tight end, because that's the same one I used against him. And maybe I had it work like once, and then after that he was just locking it down. Can't be afraid to run on those RPOs, by the way, right through the middle. Looking here again through the center. Oh, all day, and oh wow, FUP nearly has a nightmare. But yeah, that was part of like the Red Sea. I'm almost incensed that he's decided to come out and cover 2 invert hard flat. That is wild with all that space behind him. Picking's eyes must have lit up like a slot machine there and said, yeah, right through the center, right over the top. As the 2-minute warning is in. First and 10 on the 37. I think if I'm in FUP's position, you cannot be calling cover 2 ever again unless you're in the red zone. It's got to be just kind of bog standard, the cover 3, the cover 4, maybe cover 1 if you feel like you've got decent enough backfield coverage. But that's the thing, when I use cover 1 hole, I'll sometimes switch onto the safety and just use the safety. Just try and cover that deep angle. 1st and 10 on the 37. Vince Young again looking. The Saints, can they? No, they can't. Punched away. Good defense there from FUP. Not going for the interception, but going for the swat. It's the correct decision. Keep in mind as well, because of that interception early on in the game, we already know that Pickingz gets the ball back. So for FUP, this kind of feels like, yeah, you cannot allow 7 here. No, sir. 2nd and 10 on the 37. Looking. Parikh. Oh, God, that's terrible usering from FUP. I've got to be honest. That's really bad. He kind of clicked onto him to try and follow him, and he just kind of zigzagged out the way. But again, though, for me, it's crazy. For me, it's to see with that much space behind, and you're coming out with that man blitz. Pickingz is going to have a field day. I learned that in the regular season against Pickingz. You cannot send any sort of heat or pressure with green grass behind you. It just does not work. So he's a great evaluator. Talked to him after our game, and he said, you know, I was noticing in your defense, you have defensive tells. He will see those same defensive tells in FUP. When those safeties are low, he would have made a mental thought now to know that maybe that man blitz is coming. If anything, this is the type of game where maybe FUP needs to start disguising his defense. You know, come out maybe with a man blitz, yeah, but come out in like a cover 3 shell. You know, do something that's going to make Pickingz' eyes a little bit wonky and make him guess incorrectly. I think that's the way that you have to beat him. Especially when he's playing the way that he is. Like I said, a 17-0 record, wanting to go invincible again. No one's ever done it before in the franchise league bar him. He may be about to add another invincible trophy to his mantelpiece. Looking here, goes for that zig route, it's wonderful. Eats a big shot though, does FUP. 2nd and 2 on the 33. We definitely feel like, again, for FUP, he's okay, he's comfortable in going into halftime 7 down. So I think the case in point here is you need 3 points minimum. Motion here to the right-hand side. As Nico, left side, dude, that play is cooking Pickingz. That's twice now. It's twice now that Pickingz has been done by that. It's almost kind of like a streak, but then he kind of strays off to the left-hand side marginally. That's a huge gain of yards. What a find from the New York Jets and FUP there. 1st and 10 onto the 38.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Now, if I wonder, I was going to say, there's no way he was going to, originally he was going to go with what he was thinking. It didn't feel like the kind of play that you would think FUP would run the ball. Goes and drops the ball, does Gronkowski.
Across the middle block, it is tough for anybody.
Stops the clock.
Through all that mess.
That's the positive side.
The biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers.
Field goal as well is still makeable, but you would quite like a couple more yards just to be extra short on it. FUP, they're thinking about 7 rather than 3. Looking, triangle down the way. Ooh, touchdown! And it's almost the same concept every time that's cooking Pickingz here. It was on the right side with Rob Gronkowski with that kind of streak that kind of peered off to the left. And now it's that just pure streak, that fade route that works excellently. The hope was free, but we're in dreamland. 7 for the Jets, 24-21. And no doubt, I can tell you this much for free. Myself, Deanie, Ethan Lesser, VRL Kieran, we've all just groaned a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe the others will actually be hoping that pick. Again, to be fair, I'm the only one that knows who's got what team. So, based off of how you all play, I'm kind of thinking how you would all react. So maybe you'll be happy with what you've got. I don't know. We'll find out come the end of the game. That's the post-Super Bowl show. The Madden 27 VFL team reveal.
Let's see how they begin the drive.
1st and 10 on the 20. Jalen Walker, the user. Vince Young. Scanning right side, was looking good. Oh, it's a pick from FUP. It's a pick from FUP. Oh, that's huge. Oh, we've got a game now. Oh, we've got a game now.
Well, a lot of throws come in his direction. They come out quickly. Didn't have a lot of time to step in front of him.
Oh my goodness.
Time, great intuition, spatial awareness to get a pick.
1st and 10 on the 31. If he can go and get 7 here, my God, what a comeback. After being 10-0 down, and look at that for a touchdown. Rob Gronkowski. The New York Jets will not lie down. What a find. And for FUP, from 10 down to 4 up, the only saving grace here from Pickingz is that he's going to get the ball back for the second half. But what a disaster. If he was sleeping on FUP, he can't be sleeping anymore. 28-24 at the halftime whistle, unless there is a monstrous play in the pipeline here for the New Orleans Saints.
Here comes Williams on the return.
Right side spin move down and onto the 27. Okay.
This drive starts with barely any time
Gun
left.
bunch tight end. Pickingz here. Motions to that right hand side. Looking. Vince Young. Right side. First down. Timeout. Does that put him in field goal range? 38-yard line. But I think he's in FUP's half, right? Yeah, he is. No, he isn't. He's nowhere near. So nowhere near field goal range yet either. Still needs about another 20 yards with 9 seconds to go. It's possible, especially with 2 timeouts. Don't rule it completely out. Vince Young looking again, left-hand side looking, scanning. This one, is it? No, it's not going to be. Pickingz threw it into triple coverage at that point. Was thinking, when in Rome, why not? Now, of course, you'd imagine FUP going to sit here and say prevent all day. He's not in field goal range. He's going to launch it up here.
There can be more interceptions.
Okay, ready. Here comes the final play of our first half.
2nd and 10 on the 38-yard line.
60, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 tight, 19 tight. Let's go.
Looking to throw.
Vince Young. Can he find greatness and beat the prevent coverage? He launches and the Saints are picked off. It won't make any difference. It was a hit and hope. But we head to the second half. At one point, Pickingz was 10-0 up in this game. He's now 28-24 down. But he does start with the ball. This is important now. If Pickingz throws an interception here in the third quarter, if Pickingz doesn't walk away with 7 points in this third quarter, then it starts to get long. It starts to get very long. For FUP, he will be re-energized, he will be recharged, and he will be extremely happy with the response that he's given after a terrible start. Drop them down here onto the 24, 1st and 10. 1 half down, 1 half to go. Could we maybe see one of the highest scoring Super Bowls of all time? Go back to, I think Noof and Dave still hold the record. Something like 54-37 when those two played. It was a crazy game. Went to overtime, if I'm not mistaken. Vince Young looking, right side, delivered, finds Bond. Bond here avoiding. That's the thing as well. FUP does like to go for a hit stick. A couple of times in our game early on, I was kind of thinking, okay, well, I've thrown the ball to Bowers. I've got the ball. He's steaming towards me. Spin move, and then he's just kind of shoulder barging beyond me, and I'm getting away. Getting an extra 10 to 15 yards of gain there. So I think for FUP, just got to keep it simple. Just tackle with the A. Or the X. He's on PlayStation, isn't he? Oh, and the running back there stopped. Kind of bounced off of his own lineman. So for now, only a gain of 1. Okay. 2nd and 9 on the 37. Vince Young looking, finding Joy. 3rd and 4 on the 42. Pickingz is, I'll tell you this much now for free, man. Pickingz is, he's having to really play with a lot of focus here because FUP's doing a great job. He has grown into this game defensively, absolutely, has FUP. Is he over? He's not. 4th and 1. Fuck it, okay. It may sound like, well, you want about 4th and 1, of course, but dude, if he doesn't get 1 yard here and then FUP goes down the other end and scores, talk about an 11-point game. Pickingz is going for it. He believes he's got to play up his sleeve to get 1 yard to go again. Right now, this is the first kind of highlight action point of this Super Bowl. Super Bowl 15, are we about to see the make or break moment? The Saints here on the 45, 4th and 1. Looking, runs right through the center and he gets through. That's a huge play there. Good set of balls on Pickingz to say, all right, we're going to run this one. I thought he was going to maybe go for some sort of maybe short route, zig route, but ultimately the inside zone works. 1st and 10, 44-yard line. It is all back to a calm sense for the New Orleans Saints. Where's he going to go? Right for the center. Could it be? Brings it down. Calvin Megatron Johnson. We haven't seen this absolute behemoth, but we have now. And if you FIFA people want to know who Calvin Megatron Johnson is, get on YouTube and watch those highlights back in his day. Jesus, what a machine. Shame I never got to see him play a game on TV, but what can you do? Huge play, though, from Pickingz and a huge gain. Puts him onto the 6-yard line. Vince Young hands it off to Lynch. Marshawn Lynch there. Knocked down for a loss of 1. 2nd and goal on the 7. And I've said this first quarter, 2nd quarter, say it again, 3rd quarter. This is where FUP is most comfortable. The red zone defense here, 7 yards to defend. It's so difficult from the offensive view to get in here. Young scanning, looking through the middle, goes Vince Young, but ultimately he's tackled. FUP there with a great switch stick again. Manages to flick to the man closest to that open gap, and it's still 3rd and goal on the 7. Pickingz may well have to accept a 3-point conversion here. Where is the gap? Vince Young, left side, touchdown. I think that's an excellent play. I think what Pickingz had done there was he had a lot of, I think, personnel onto that right side of the field. So I think FUP, oh, hang on, PAT was nearly blocked there. I think what he did there is he had a lot of personnel on the right side of the field. So FUP was thinking, all right, the plays are going to go for the center or to my right side. Left-hand side wide open, one-on-one, gets that separation, brings it in, touchdown Saints, 31-28. It's not a big deal, though, for FUP. It's a 3-point game.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line.
Now, both of these two, when they play offense, are going to feel like they are walking on a tightrope above an abyss. They cannot make a mistake. Both of these two will punish you. 1st and 10 on the 28.
Ready up. New York to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
What can the New York Jets do? Hands this one off. Oh, dear God, that's a huge loss. 2nd and 14. And that's one thing that FUP hasn't really clicked onto here, is that so far, much like you see with the Arizona Cardinals and Hughes, it feels like every single time 1st and 10, it's either cover one hole or cover one rubber press. FUP needs his best cover one beer. He needs to keep doing what he did before, that kind of over-the-top shot to the tight end. That fried it constantly. Nico here, now needing 14 yards. Goes for square. That one brought down. No, it's dropped. 3rd and 14 on the 24. Man defense is doing its part here. And again, when you see Pickingz' secondary, the corners, the safeties, no wonder. I'd be living in man defense. 3rd and 14 on the 24.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Gronkowski also laying him weight. Love this motion. I'd love this. It's I think cheat/wheel in, if I'm not mistaken. Because yeah, you get that on the X, then you can peel away, but everything's locked up here. Oh, goodness me. Oh, it's swatted like a basketball player. Get that shit out of here. Slams it down and away. And it's punt formation for the Jets. Baumeister, my former punter, sends that one deep. And now Pickingz has got a serious opportunity to make this a nightmare situation. If he can go and get 7 here, make it a 10-point game in his favor, with maybe, so let's say, 5 minutes of the 4th remaining, that puts a rocket right up the backside of the New York Jets. Hands this one off. Look at this though. Marshawn, Lynch. He's gone. He's gone. The 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. New Orleans. Instant. Marshawn Lynch. A Seahawk icon in real life. A Saints hero virtually. Cover one hole. Is beaten by the halfback Wham. And that will be, from Pickingz' perspective, wham bang thank you ma'am. That's a 10-point game. 2 scores, 7 minutes and some change. It's not all doomsday protocol yet, but you have to say now, we're right back to where we were in that first quarter, where you're looking at it and saying, okay, well, you need to leave every drive now with points. You don't need to go and get 7 right off the bat because your defense has been decent enough. He can stop Pickingz, he can. But he needs to at least go away with 3 points off this possession. He cannot punt this ball back to Saints possession. No way. Down there onto the 21 as we get ready to go here.
Okay, ready?
New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 on the 21. Play action, looking. Goes that right side, wonderful. Rob Gronkowski out of bounds into the 37. Sensational.
That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires
It's the thing here from Pickingz as well. You know, at some point, you also have to be ready for maybe a switch stick or two yourself, because he is. It's the thing. I'm watching square. I'm watching square with all my fucking eyes here. Got a post route on Tyson Denmark as well. A lot of audibles coming in. May run out of time here. No, snaps the ball off. Looking, goes for the drag instead. He got hit as he threw the ball too. Gronkowski, look at that for a stat line. 6 catches tonight, 170 yards. What a game Gronk is having. 4th and final quarter is upon us though. Consistency from the Saints. 10 points, 14 points, 14 points. 21 of those 28 for FUP though coming in the 2nd quarter. Can he find 7 at the end of this possession? Might as well stick with us immediately after this, 5 minutes afterwards. We'll be doing the Madden 27 Franchise League Team Reveal stream. We're taking all questions and complaints, because there will be. Talk you through the logic behind you and your team. Oh I tell you, I've seen people go for that read option before and they get hit, especially by Dominique Orange of the Raiders, and they fumble that ball, pops out. I would be shit scared running any sort of read option in a game this big, man. Absolutely. 2nd and 13, smack bang halfway, 50-yard line. Down the center, it's a great run, and here he goes, Jamal Charles, the 15, the 10, touchdown! The Jets are right back into this. The run game tonight has been so important for both teams. And was it cover one hole again? Has cover one hole been beaten by the run game once more? Cover 3 sky that time. Great run though. Awesome run from Jamal Charles, and makes it a 3-point game with 6 minutes and 20 seconds still to go. This is anybody's to win. It is anybody's to lose. It takes one mistake. It takes one moment of brilliance on defense, and you've got a real opportunity. 38-35 to the Saints. They have a slight safety net underneath them. But right now, the underdog at the New York Jets, notorious FUP, is not going away. He's knocking on the door of the New Orleans Saints and saying, don't worry, I'm coming.
Here comes Williams on the return.
Down here onto the 19. I'll tell you this much. If FUP can manage to get an interception here, the entirety of Denmark may wake up to screams of ecstasy and jubilation. Because I think if FUP picks him off, I think FUP has got game management enough to run that clock down and to make it the final possession, which sounds crazy because there's 6 minutes left, but trust me. 1st and 10 on the 19, the pressure firmly on the shoulders of one of the greatest of all time, and Pickingz and the New Orleans Saints. Goes to that left-hand side. Does he keep hold of the ball? He does. 2nd and 6.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw.
Neon, remember, I think said that this game would be what? Something like 41-37, I think Neon said. So it's not too far off, in fairness. It's spooky how accurate the Neon can be with their predictions, but looking here, Vince Young running for the middle. Oh, he was hesitant. 3rd and 12. Pickingz is in trouble here. Pickingz is in some trouble here.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't,
he was thinking about going. He then pulled back a little bit. You saw that.
big time magic to convert on this 3rd and long.
3rd and 12 on the 17. Remember, FUP wins here tonight. He's the only other person next to Pickingz that has successfully defended the Super Bowl. It does not happen often. 3rd and 12 on the 17, and Pickingz has to know the heat's coming. Looking, and 4th and 12. The New Orleans Saints are forced to punt. My oh my, what an opportunity awaits for notorious FUP. And here we go. Skips and bounds past him. That's a great return onto the 47. 1st and 10. Can FUP drain the clock enough here? Score a touchdown to leave Pickingz with no time remaining? Or does he go instant? Looking here, Nico scanning the field, right trigger, easy as pie. Drops him down from there onto the 37, 2nd and inches.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not
Can you
just
think
the
back to the
receivers or the
Super Bowl winners of this Madden cycle as well? Kyle MCC, Dave twice, Pickingz, Noof, FUP. Kyle MCC, if I've not said him, I've already forgotten, but so many great winners. FUP wanting to add his name a 2nd time to that list. 1st and 10 on the 36. He is in game management protocol here, boys. I'm telling you, I am telling you, for absolutely free, he's going to go 10 yards at a time, and he's going to try and run that clock down. He is doing the Pickingz special. People back in the day, a year ago, 2 years ago, complained about Pickingz manually chewing the clock. No second guesses as to what FUP's going to try and do here. Goes down onto the 27. This is the most dangerous position that Pickingz could have found himself in, because now it's all about your defense.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 on the 27. Watching that return round. Tyson Denmark looking nice.
Looking to throw here.
Can he find it? Right trigger being looked for. Oh, I tell you what, that was some great pressure, and that was some great coverage from Pickingz as well. You were looking at the return, you were looking at that, I think it was the post route or whatever it was that went through the center. 3rd and 2 on the 27. Field goal range to make it a 38-38 game. But does FUP have a play to get him 2 measly yards? 3rd and 2 on the 27. Looking here. Pickingz running forward, and there you go. Gets down onto the 24. Absolutely using the mobility of Nico like a charm.
That's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
All right, all right, all right.
They look set now. Here we go. 1st and 10.
1st and 10. 24-yard line.
They're going play action.
Looking again. Right trigger open. Gets down inbounds. Smart from FUP. It's very smart from FUP. And they'll take this to the 2-minute warning.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Okay, ready?
There it is. 2 minutes to go. And the reigning defending Super Bowl champions, the New York Jets, are in a position to get this back to New York. 13 yards. Hands this one off. And this one, no, he's steering away. He doesn't want to go in whatsoever. You can see him, he's steering away. And there you go, Pickingz using a timeout. He does not want to score yet. He knows what he's doing. He is trying to bait Pickingz into using those timeouts and leave him as little time as possible. 2nd and 2 on the 5. The New York Jets here. Ready. RPO. Hands the pass off. He goes down. He pulls back again. Oh, the cheekiness. He wants all of those timeouts gone. He refuses to go in and ultimately gets a 1st and goal. This is the greatest position ever. It wouldn't surprise me if FUP even tries to kneel the ball twice, work one timeout, and then chew clock and leave him with even less time. He's got Pickingz by the nuts here, boys. He really does. Hands this one off. Run stop is good. Injury timeout. And that is maybe the reprieve that Pickingz just needed. An injury timeout, 2nd and goal on the 3.
The last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. 3-yard line. Hands this one off. Drops him down. And Pickingz will use that final timeout.
The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout.
So Pickingz is going to, if he scores here, if FUP scores here, it will at least be a 65-second run to go and get a touchdown. Fucking hell. Imagine if FUP doesn't get this in though. Sweet Jesus, imagine. Such a dangerous strategy to play. Can he find an answer? Can he finish it off? 3rd and goal on the 3. Look in. RPO through the middle. Oh, it's a pick! It's a pick for Pickingz! Oh, God! It's gone terribly wrong! Oh, shit! Shit! Oh, God!
Okay, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Oh my God.
60 back.
I'm happy, but I'm sad. Oh God. Oh my God.
Picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind
wow.
of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
I tell you, talk about the yelling of ecstasy and jubilation in Denmark. I think fucking Pickingz' household, if they were asleep, have just been woken up by a bold Chinese man celebrating in a ridiculous fashion.
Let's go now.
That there has just won him Super Bowl 15. Oh my goodness me, 3rd and 1 injury timeout. Hang on, it may not be just over quite yet. Fucking Christ, man. Oh, dude. If FUP can come back from that, Jesus Christ, a better man than me. Oh my God, my head would be through the fucking television. My head would be through the television. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. 3rd and 1. Pickingz needs this, and it's over. He gets this, it's done. For the Super Bowl, Pickingz, the New Orleans Saints, for the 2nd time in Madden 26.
Back to throw it.
Are Super Bowl champions. Gets it over the line. And that will seal the deal. Victory formation will come out. Oh my God, you got to feel for FUP though. What a game he played. What a game he played. But ultimately, it was a pick in the red zone that sends the Super Bowl back into the clutches of Pickingz. What a game. What a season. What a finale. And for Pickingz, he ends Madden 26 alongside Dirty Dave as the only person, the only other person to win 2 Super Bowls in Madden 26. Dave won 2, Pickingz won 2, Muth got 1, Hughes got 1, FUP got 1, Kyle got 1. It doesn't need to be pretty, it doesn't need to be a blowout. It can be an entertaining drama. But tonight, arguably, one of the greatest players of all time, and without doubt, the greatest European player of all time, adds another to his collection. And for FUP, the game management was perfect. The strategy at the end was perfect, but it came down to just one lousy throw. Now you know how I feel with Anthony Richardson earlier on. Honestly, that is the difference between him winning and losing this game, and that is why that is why people smash their fucking setups to pieces playing this game, man, because it is just so infuriating. Dude, I feel for him, but regardless, a great year for FUP nevertheless. You think about where he was at the beginning of Madden 25. He was a kind of, a guy that no one really knew. Is he going to do well? Is he going to do anything? Won a Super Bowl last year and just went toe-to-toe with Pickingz, who is arguably just a phenomenal player. Pickingz once again wins a Super Bowl and once again wins a Super Bowl undefeated. He has gone invincible, and that ring trophy, whatever he chooses to go for, will be gold rather than silver. Congratulations to him. Full-time score. The New Orleans Saints 38, the New York Jets 35. What a fucking ending, boys. What an ending. Don't go anywhere. 5 minutes. Let me just kind of save this VOD. Go offline, save it, make sure it kind of logs on Twitch, and then we're going to be back for the Madden 27 Franchise League team reveal ceremony. So come forth. We'll see where you're headed. Where are you taking your talents? For 10 seasons, 8 seasons in Madden 26, 10 in Madden 27. Where do you take your talents from August of 2026 to August of 2027? I'll be back in a moment. We'll find out together.